as a great business opportunity. This is going to be the theme of my today's presentation to you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, it's very shocking that the global plastic recycling is going down. And many people ask me, do you have a data, detail to validate this information? And I say to them, my company collects plastic waste from 250 locations in 60 countries every month. I see it coming down. I smell it and I feel it. Very shameful. And I felt vindicated when recently a German recycling magazine reported about the decreasing trend in recycling in UK municipality. I learned about decreasing trend in US from the Institute of Recycling, American Recycling. They reported 5.7% decrease in US packaging recycling. At this rate, ladies and gentlemen, we would have 12 billion tons of plastic waste around us by 2050, something for which our grandchildren, their grandchildren will never forgive us. I have been in this business for 36 years. I didn't know the word sustainability when I started this business in Belgium. How come we arrived at this situation, alarming position, more so for a material for which we cannot live even for a few hours without? We wake up in the morning, the first thing we look for is our mobile phone. The mobile phone is made up with plastics. We do brush, shower. The brush and shower shampoo bottle is made up with plastics. You drive to the office in a car. Car has a lot of plastics. Then the computers, laptop, the list is endless. We cannot think of our lifestyle without this wonderful material. And yet there is so much ignorance about the severity of the problems and the underlying reasons. You may have heard from other speakers, but I would like to give you my viewpoint from international perspective. One of the most important reasons for this alarming situation is shortage in availability of plastic scrap. Well, when I speak about this to a general public, it's difficult to sink in their minds. They see a sea of plastics all around. Indeed, there is a lot of plastic around. But who's collecting it? Over 2 billion people worldwide do not have access to the basic waste management system. There is simply no collection. Many of you must be wondering, well, in the case of PET waste, plastic bottle waste, there must be collection. Yes, there is a good collection. But the PET represents only 10% of the plastic. What about the rest, HD, LD, PP, acrylic? We also use a lot of them. And here comes the challenge. The issue is so big that somebody has to handle it. Somebody has to take care of these issues. And how do we take care? The issue is so big that somebody would be forced to take care of these issues. Whether it would be through producer's responsibility, whether it would be through plastic levy, whatever may be the situations, or could be through the plastic recycling credit. What is the plastic recycling credit? The plastic recycling credit represents that you have recycled certain quantity of plastic. And this realization from plastic recycling credit would give you incentive for the collections. And like I said, collection is the main issue. All of you agree that the plastic recycling saves CO2 credits. Therefore, recycling must be entitled to CO credits, carbon credits. And carbon credit was one of the points which was discussed at the Global Climate Conference in Glasgow last year, COP26. I participated, I discussed in the COP26 as a part of delegation under Prince Charles. After dragging the feet for 6 years, finally the leaders agreed on the rules covering cross-border sales, how to do import-export on carbon credit, how to avoid double counting. And I believe the successful resolution of this carbon credit issue is an important milestone.
Well, thank you, Neil. And again, my name is Bernd Reifenhäuser, and I have the honor to introduce to you our cycle. Honestly, I think one opportunity to do the job, to what we just heard, we have to do the job. Let me start with a question. What is wrong with plastic? It is highly functional, it is lightweight, and it is inexpensive compared to other materials. However, the use gets more and more criticized. So what is wrong? Plastic has a problem. Most of our daily waste has no value. We heard just waste has no value. How is that? Well, honestly, worldwide, what gets sorted? PET bottles and HDPE canisters or bottles. Why is it so? It's monomaterial and everybody can detect it. It's easy to sort. What is the goal? All packaging. Flexible, rigid packaging. Food packaging, medical packaging, hygiene packaging. And also durable plastic goods. The EU wants us, and the EU is one of the most forward and pushing organizations, wants that we make everything recyclable. And honestly, our industry is on the way. We heard quite a lot of speakers today where we say recyclable packaging, there's components, there's recipes, there's thinking about it, and the industry is converting. So I think we are on the way. The second thing what they are demanding is we will force you to increase the recyclate ratio in new packaging, in new plastic products. The ratio will go up from 20 to 30% to 50% to 70%. If you use instead virgin material, you have to pay a malus. If you use more recyclate, you get a benefit. But honestly, this will not work. Why? Look at the left side. You see a packaging. This might be a fully recyclable packaging. The data which we have along the process is not collected. We don't know if this pouch is a mono PE pouch or PE PET pouch, a big difference. However, let's assume it's fully recyclable. We cannot sort it properly because we don't know what's in there. So it ends up in incineration, the best way, in landfill, or the worst case, in pollution, our environment. We have come together as a group of companies, 12 companies, in the middle of 2020. And we said we have to do something. We have to do something which is concrete. Not regretting, not complaining, not whining. We want to close the loop. How can we identify the packaging which is recyclable? And how can we do fractions in a volume with a feedstock who gives a good quality for a second, a third, and a fourth life? We collected this group and initiated this Our Cycle initiative by going along the value chain. You find extrusion manufacturers, injection molders, you find blow molders, you find printing, laminating, slitting, packaging machine. You find also on the left down, this is a sorting machine company, and then a recycling machine company. And with this know-how, we made some thoughts how this could work. Which kind of data is necessary to have a valuable data set who's necessary for better sorting? Well, the target is to have a packaging who contains all necessary data. And we call it digital product passport. If you haven't heard about this term, you better remember, because digital product passport will be the way for circular economy, not only in plastic products, but also for batteries, for clothes, and other recyclable goods. When this